Alright guys, welcome back. It's LSP. It's currently Sunday the 11th of March 2018 and it is 7:30 in the evening. Market opens in about 2.5 hours. What I'm going to do, I'll just say now as well quickly that I've had to just hide myself upstairs in my son's room because they're all downstairs, and it's the only time I'm going to find to basically do this. So I apologise if you can hear anything in the background. But basically, I'm just going to do a quick overview of the markets, and we'll start with the dollar index. Just zoom out a little bit, and I think ultimately this is where we're going to end up at 86.86 or 86.85. And the reason for that is, number one, I'm still bearish on dollar, but number two, you can see that we've had this really nice move down, nice retracement, and I'm just going to kind of map out what I see on the chart. Doesn't necessarily mean this is right or wrong. It's just, you know, we've got an area here where we had this, what is that? Pale green? I don't think so. Let's go for Gainsborough, right? So we kind of have this, you know, 3 bar, 2 bar, right? So it's not necessarily the 3 bar, 2 bar, but basically you can see that there's a nice reaction here, okay? And we've had another one around about here, okay? So you can see that, you know, the market went up, it came down, stabilized a little bit here, you know, within this sort of box. I suppose we can kind of make it like this. Stabilized a little bit here, so we had a reaction here. You know, a small consolidation here, a small consolidation here, and a small consolidation here. Nice run through, so it breaks the low here. Okay, and we'll thicken that up as well, like so. We had a nice run back through it, came all the way down, continue into this consolidation area, which we mapped out many times in past videos. And I'll take these off now, just because they were just guides at the minute. And now we're kind of, you know, we're kind of just consolidating. We've had one week push up, you know, not weak as in weak, but we had a 1 week push, which rejected, took out all the stops in this area here. So that high, this high, this high, this high, and this high, took them all out and rejected. And then we had kind of a muted week last week. NFP was not that great, so I'm expecting a little bit of a push. Ideally, honestly, this is what I want to see. To be fair, I want to see a move up like this, and then I want to see something to the effect of like that, and somewhere in between all of this, you know, if we traded the dollar, which we don't, but I don't personally, but if I was going to trade the dollar, for example, then I'd be looking for a move up first, and then I'd be looking to take a short somewhere in here once I see confirmation. And remember, it's always confirmation for me. I don't just say, you know, these are ideas, and I like to have things put on my chart before the week starts, because if it's on my chart and it doesn't pan out, then I was completely wrong and it's going the other way, and then I can start looking for confirmation in that direction. So that's where I stand with the dollar. You know, I want to see effectively it's this. Look, I'll just show you really quickly. It is a push into this little area here, basically. Yeah, so this kind of reaction point just there that we passed back through. It's an old low. Some people say it's, you know, it was resistance, or sorry, support turn resistance. I don't give a shit which way we say it. The point is, I just want to run back up in there, you know, eat into this candle a little bit, touch this old low down here. So basically around about the bottom half of it, really. That's effectively where I'm looking at. And if I get that, it has to be straight. If we get that, then I'll be happy. Okay, so I'm looking for a run up first on dollar. The euro, pretty much the same, but on the upside. Slightly different in terms of the way it looks. I'm going to have to use a daily chart for this, but we've already had a nice push here. We had a push here, nice run down, but you can see that we're in a consolidation, basically, right? And the range that we have to work with really is around about 212 pips. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to happen all in a week, but effectively, to start with, I'm looking for something similar to this, you know, and it may not go down as much as this, but that's really what I want to be looking for, and then a move higher. Obviously, it's not going to be as clean as this. If it happens that way, you know, we're going to get some shit like this, and maybe some ups. And, you know, maybe the next couple of weeks I'll be looking for a, you know, for longs. But this week, I'm going to be watching very closely as it starts to come down, or if it starts to come down towards this old low, and I want to kind of see how it responds from there. I'll drop down to a 4-hour, 1 hour, and I'll see if I get the setup that I like to see as a market reversal, and then I'll jump in. So I'm gonna monitor this, but I think on the weekly we're going to take out these highs, in my opinion. That's what I think. We're going up here, so I'll be keeping an eye on that. Pound much stronger, I think, personally. And you can see, we've got around about a similar sort of range, 230 pips or so. I don't think we're going to eat into all of this. I've marked this off last week as a 136.12 or 136.15. But again, similar sort of situation. But I don't think that we're going to end up coming down as much as this. And I'll show you what I think is going to happen, and this is what I'm expecting to happen. And again, we'll just see for confirmation. It doesn't, we don't have to, take whatever we see straight away. We wait for confirmation. It's not a problem. Remember, I'm just looking for 20, 30, maybe 40 pips. A couple of times a week. I'm a happy chappy. But I've got this inefficiency down here. If price starts to come down, it's going to be breaking this low on the way down. So we're going to mark this off, and I'm going to make it that thick, and I'm going to give it this colour, nice and red. Okay. So if we come down, okay, actually I don't need to do that. There's an easier way. We can click on it, press that key, and there we go. So the 137.10 basically. I'd like to see a push towards that. Break this low. Okay, eat into this inefficiency ever so slightly, which we'll mark off as the mean. Yeah, that may be a bit too far down. I'm gonna get rid of that. Maybe about halfway. 136.70, 136.80. I think is a good, good figure. As the institutional level. So a nice run through, and then look for a reason to get long around about here. There may be a short as a counter trend, because obviously, if you take a look at the weekly, and the reason I'm bullish is I think we're gonna challenge the Brexit candle at some point in the next month and a half, possibly 2 months. And you can see very, very simply, very simple. This is okay. We've got an old high here. Okay, that we're pretty much up against. And I'll make it a little bit thicker so we know which one's which. And this is just a healthy pullback. Think about it. Consolidation, leaves the consolidation, retest the consolidation, retest, nice run up. Excuse me, nice run up. Pull back, nice push, pull back. It's nice and controlled. This for me, I'm bullish. I'm bullish cable, and I do think we're going to end up coming up here. I'm actually going to mark that off as well. I want to see what price that is. 150. Yeah, I think we're going up to the 150s. I know it's a mile. I know it's miles away. And it's not going to happen like overnight. But if we get that first initial run up now in the next sort of 2-3 weeks, and we end up here somewhere, around about the 143 to 144, there's no reason why it can't move another 600 pips at all. I mean, this could do that in one day on some crazy news. So I'm bullish cable, and I'm going to be watching it obviously going into this week for a drop down first, and then a run up. And again, as always, guys, this could all change. This could all change on market open. I've no idea where the market's going to open. So because there's no news though on Sunday or Monday, and I think on Tuesday. I might be wrong, but I don't think there's any news on Tuesday either. It's just very muted. We'll probably just get a very, just a very clean, normal open, a few pips out from where we closed, and then we get a nice push up. Sorry, a nice push down, and then up from there. Euro GBP. I'm not even going to talk about this, but I hate this pair. And I'll just clarify something. I do use this for directional bias on the Euro USD and the Pound USD to see which one of the two is stronger. But I don't trade this hardly ever. I think I've took 2 trades on this in my entire life. I hate this pair. I hate it. And unfortunately, it's just one of those things that I have to have on my charts, because when it comes out of this retarded consolidation, here, all of this, then it's going to give us a much better indication of what the Euro and the Euro USD and the cable is going to be doing. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on this one as the years go by. As the months go by. But it's just a quick glance. Moving on. USDCAD. Now with that bearish bias that I have on the dollar, okay, this is a little bit tricky. This one. If you look at the weekly chart, we've just taken out all of this liquidity. And I'm not sure what that is, but we've just taken out all the liquidity here, right? So you can see we had a nice run down, took out all of this, cleared the inefficiency down here, and then we've got a really nice run up, and it's cleared out all of this here, right? it actually looks kind of bullish, really, and I think, you know, it could potentially go up a little bit more. But overall, take a zoom out. I think overall, ultimately, in the bigger scheme of things, I think that's where we're coming down here. 119.19, at least the 120, I think, which I know is a good sort of 800 pips away. But I think we're going to be challenging this low at some point. But again, there's no rush with all of this stuff, and these are big time frame charts, guys, weekly, monthly charts, you know, and it takes time. It takes time for this shit to form, you know. So we've got from now until summer before things start to slow down to, you know, to try and catch a really nice runner. Which for me personally, I think it's going to be gold. But like I said, I'm just going to keep an eye on USDCAD as well, because I do like to trade it when it's behaving. And we've had a really nice push up. We've cleared out all of this liquidity up here. Yeah, that's what that marking was. I remember now, 131.50-ish. We could get one last pop up there and then maybe a reversal. I don't know. We'll see. But the beauty is we can wait and chill and let this shit form. Aussie USD. I think we're going up on this. Really nice daily structure on this. Look at this. We've had a clean out here on that move. Really nice push up. Beautiful. Look at this trend. Really, really nice and controlled. Got a nice deep pullback. Big reaction from there. Another pullback. Another pullback. Clears out the stop. So if anybody was long here, say good night on that move. Dip. Accumulation, accumulation, accumulation. Big strong push away. A pullback into that small area here. Nice push away. I think at least bare minimum. Nope. There. Depending on where we open, we've got a good 50 pips higher, and then potentially reaching up to this one here. So price level wise, some levels that I'm going to be watching is the 78.90. So we'll call it the 79 big figure and 79.90 big figure on the way back up. And then I think ultimately we're going to end up here because the Aussie dollar is still the highest rate currency at the minute at 1.5% interest rate. So, you know, price is going to be seeking yield. There's going to be a lot of people piling into this in terms of big funds and whatnot. So they are going to be accumulating Aussie dollars, and I think it's good for a move up. We are bearish dollar, at least I am anyway. So it makes a lot of sense to me. Pound Japanese yen. I think we're gonna see 144.16. Now this might change, and I did say this. I'm not confident with this at the minute. I want to see first what happens this week. If we start to get a push lower and we end up roughly around here, around about 146 again, 146 to 146.20, I'm going to be expecting 144.16 to at least be tagged at some point this week. But again, I'm going to monitor this and I'll keep you guys abreast of what's going on as and when it forms. USD Japanese yen. Not really got much to say about this. I think if there wasn't a consolidation, a big mess here, let's say this inefficient move, these big candles here were here instead, and the consolidation was down here lower, then I'd be more inclined to think it was going to go down. But I think we're going to get a lot of chop on this. I don't think it's going to just have a nice clean move down. I think it's in an area now where it's going to find it difficult to kind of blast through this. So it may just kind of grind sideways for a little while. So we'll go over to gold. If anybody's following me on Twitter, you'll know that I've been watching gold for a while now. This is exactly what I've got planned out, and you know that I had these levels marked out. The only thing that I didn't have was this shaded area. I put that on afterwards just to kind of really emphasize this. But the lines were there, everything's there. This is the level I was expecting. At first, as it was coming in, I was expecting around here to be a good buy. It didn't happen. It went straight through, had a shitty little 2-bar pullback or rally. Nice push through, nice rally. But you can see this spike goes all the way down, closes the inefficiency down here, reacts really beautifully, and then it starts to grind higher. If we can get back through this red line, and then we get a pullback into that, then I'm going to be looking for 1341, and then obviously the ultimate target of 1375, which is what I've been speaking about forever, really. But again, I'm going to be keeping a close eye on everything. No rush, really no rush at all. And then we'll take it from there as and when it forms. So going into this week, just as a quick summary, bearish dollar to start the week. I believe we're going to get a nice little run up, 90.65 to maybe 91 big figure. If we can get above the 91 big figure and reject, I'm bearish all day long on the dollar, and I will be expecting a sweep of these lows going into the next couple of weeks. So bearish dollar going into this week, and again, all of this can change. Please remember, all of this can change, and obviously I'll keep everybody updated as and when that forms. But as of right now, going into this Sunday's open and the early part of this week, I'm going to be bearish dollar, looking for a move up first before resuming the bearish bias that I have. Euro USD, I'm going to be expecting a move lower first before my bullish bias takes over, or what I'll be looking for in terms of bullishness. So I'll just clarify that one. I'm bullish Euro, but I want to move down first and then move higher. The pound USD, I'm bullish pound USD, but again, I want to move lower first, then a move higher. There is enough range in here for me to take a short as well, so I may take a short on the pound USD and the Euro USD. I think personally, look at this consolidation here, and then look at the pound again. And I'll tell you what, I'll just do them side by side. You can see them. Look at that. Look at this nice controlled sort of. You can see it's different. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. This one's kind of, we had a high created here, and then this kind of lower high created here. It's more of a consolidation than it is an actual sort of downtrend or an uptrend. It's just consolidating. This is a nice controlled pullback, and think about it like this, guys. If anybody's short up here, stops getting moved down to here, stops getting moved down to here, stops getting moved down to here, honestly, I reckon, and I rarely do this, but I reckon that's getting destroyed. Whatever trend line is here, whatever trend line people are using, that's getting, I honestly think there, and I'm even going to mark this off right now, and I'm going to make it really thick, and I'm going to make it some really insane colour, like I don't know, orange or some shit. There we go, that one. Orange red. And just for laughs, 140.69, so we'll call it 140.70 is on the cards for me. But like I said, move down first, then a move up on that one. And then the rest, maybe something on Aussie dollar for a long-term play. Pound Japanese yen, expecting a move lower first. I'm going to monitor that one. And then gold, obviously, I'm going to be looking for gold to move higher, but I want to see it through that red line first. So just extend that out a little bit. I want to see it. I want to see it through here first. Yeah, and then a retrace back into that. All right, guys. So I hope this has been helpful. And as always, trade safe going into the week. Make sure you manage your risk properly. Just be cautious. Just be cautious on Monday and Tuesday. I don't think the market's going to be moving that much. We've got muted days. There's almost nothing coming out in terms of news, so the volatility is going to be quite low. And then obviously throughout the week, daily review videos. I'll keep you guys abreast of anything. I am planning on doing a lot more videos this week, so there's going to be a lot of information coming your way. So keep an eye on that. If you want to keep abreast of everything that I send out and everything that I post, there's a Telegram room. The link is below. You're more than welcome to join that. I don't go crazy in there. It's just more updates on what I'm doing. Obviously, you've got Twitter, Lockstop Pip. That's me here. Sometimes I post on there, when I post a video and everything that goes on there as well. And that's it. All right, guys. So I will speak to you in the next video. Have a good trading week. Take care and all the best.